Hi, this is Happy Bird from happybirdscraftinghaven.com, and I'm here today to show you how to make a snowflake ornament. I'll put everything that you'll need below this video tutorial as well as on my website. The first thing you're going to need is the 8mm crystal clear round faceted acrylic beads. I purchased most of these beads from the bolexcrafts.com website. You're going to need the 8mm round faceted beads in a choice of your color. You're going to need the 11mm crystal clear tri beads. And you're going to need the 18mm starflake bead in crystal clear. Some places call them paddle wheel beads, as you can see why when I turn it on its side. You're going to need some iridescent tinsel stem. I bought this at Walmart. I found it in the craft section where the little kids things are, like felt and googly eyes and pom-poms, things like that. For each snowflake, you're going to need to take 2 of the tinsel stems. You're going to bend it in half until it's fairly even at the top. And you're going to need to take a pair of wire cutters and snip it right in half. Now I'm using memory wire cutters because I can't find my wire cutters. I don't know what I did with them. But regular wire cutters will work just fine. Okay, and I'm kind of bending them here because when I bent the wire in half, it's kind of curled and I want it to be straight so I can slip the beads on. Okay. Now, this will give you 4 pieces, but you only need 3 pieces, so set aside one of those pieces for your next snowflake. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to place one of the tinsel stems behind the other, like a cross, and you're going to fold one this way and fold the other that way and pull. Okay. Then you're going to take the third piece and do the same thing. Fold it this way, kind of pull. Okay, then you're going to want to take your wire cutters. I'm using my chain nose pliers here, and you're going to flatten it out like that. Now you might think, well, this is kind of flimsy, but surprisingly enough, once you start putting the beads on, it becomes sturdier. Okay, now this isn't perfect, as you can tell. There's some stems that are a little shorter than the others, and that's okay, because we're going to trim this up once we finish putting the beads on it. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your 8mm crystal beads, and you're going to slide one on each stem. All the way up to the top. I made quite a few of these for my Christmas tree, and they really sparkled, especially with those lights behind them. The lighting in this particular room that I'm in isn't very good, so I really hope you can see the sparkle. Okay. And then the last crystal clear one. Okay, straighten them out like this. Hoping you can see it. Alright, and then you're going to add a crystal tri-bead on each stem. And you can experiment with all kinds of colors and patterns. This is just a pattern that I made up. I was inspired by another pattern. Okay, slipping one on each side. There we go. And kids can get involved in this too. They would have a lot of fun doing this during Christmas time. There we go. Straighten that out. And the next thing you're going to need now is the 8mm round faceted bead in your choice of color. Slide one on each side. I made some of these up for a friend who was doing a fundraiser at work. This was a few years back now. And I used pink beads instead of red. It was during the holidays, and they went over very nicely. Okay. There we go. Okay, and this is what we have so far. Now for the starflake or paddle bead. Put one on each stem. And our snowflake is beginning to take shape. Okay. See how pretty? And now we're going to need another 11mm tri-bead. And hold on for a second. I have to dig for some more tri-beads. I thought that I had set enough out there, but apparently not. Okay. And looks like we need 2 more of those tri-beads. Here's one. Oops. And then one last one. Okay. Sorry about that, ladies. See, it's starting to take shape. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to need is we're going to need another paddle wheel bead. On all sides. Alrighty. There we go. Isn't that pretty? And then lastly, we're going to need we're going to need the colored round faceted bead in the 8mm at the very end. Okay, hold on. go. If you decide to order these beads from Bolex Crafts, I would suggest using the phone number and calling rather than trying to fill out the order form and send it through. They're very good as far as their shipping is concerned and their products, but their website I found it extremely difficult to navigate in. Okay, this is our finished or almost finished snowflake. Now you noticed there's some wire hanging out. No problem. We take our wire cutters and snip off right at the very end. Now with the wire cutters it should give you a better cut, a more flush cut than these memory wire cutters, but like I said, I had to use these today because I couldn't find my other wire cutters. Snip it off, snip it off. Okay, almost completed. Now with this last bead that you put in the very end, you're going to want something like E6000 or a some kind of bead glue, and you're going to want to put just a dab of this stuff at the very end. And put the bead back on and let it dry. And you want to do that on every side. Okay? Let me put this lid on. Oops. Hold on. Okay. Then, lastly, with the paddle wheel bead, you're going to want to put a blob of E6000 here and glue this right in the middle like this. You see that up close? And then turn your snowflake over on the other side and do the same thing. And you're going to let that dry overnight. Now, when it's completed, you might want to take some bead string and let's see. Now when it's dry, you're going to be able to wrap the string around the bead, tie it around the bead, I should say. And that's how it's going to hang. I probably should have completed one so I could show it to you, but sorry about that. Anyway, there we go, just like that. Okay, I'm hoping this isn't going to fall off because I didn't glue it. And tie it at the top here. Snip that off. And then it will hang like this. And if you have a chance to make these, please do. I've even made a few of these and hung them on packages, gift bags, and I've had a lot of comments from a lot of people on these. And if you wanted to, you could make a set of them, give them as gifts for Christmas. So if you know someone who collects ornaments or appreciates homemade ornaments on their tree. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you learned a little something today. If you have a chance, stop by my website. It's happybirdscraftinghaven.com, and that's about it. I'll talk to you next time. God bless. Bye-bye.